Go for it, Robert.
Okay, those of you who remember my 75th Pro Teaches Noob Lesson stream a while back, I had my friend Eric on. He did a great job doing Batman. Tristan, you were there, so you can agree to that.
You did so well.
Well, just yesterday, he suddenly lost his dad to cancer. They just found out about it. They were getting ready for the treatment. Things seemed to be going at least decently. Then all of a sudden, it accelerated so fast. And yeah, I'll put in the chat his Twitter handle. You guys, or the link to his tweet. You guys can send out well wishes and everything because he really needs it, guys. So far, things are going
Oh
well. Thank God he has a sister who can help get things planned out and
my
figured out.
God.
But yeah, though it was just so sudden. Like I said, just talking to him throughout all of this, he thought things were going to be decent, and then just bam.
Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, Eric. I know you're not listening, but send him my well wishes. I know it doesn't mean a lot, but it's gonna be a hard few months for him.
He does see your community post, so maybe you can do one later.
Yeah, good idea. And put the.
I'm putting
Why
it
don't
in
you
right
email
now.
me the tweet also?
I will do that too.
When you get a chance, and I'll
Yep,
put it out there because that's horrible. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness.
Yep, I just put it in the chat and I'll email it to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Robert. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, was that? Oh no, wait, that was my tweet. That was my tweet.
Oh, okay.
Let me fix it. Let me send it properly for his.
There we go. Get that taken care of. Goodness gracious, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
There we go. Oh. There we go.
Awesome. I'll pin it. Is it the second one you said?
Yeah, the second one.
Let me pin it here. It just keeps. I hate trying to pin things on my phone.
And I just emailed it to you.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's not the greatest segue to go here, guys, but
I figure we put the darkest part out first and then move forward.
Yeah, and I feel bad like going into this stuff, but I just wanted to make sure you got to say something at least.
Yeah, because he's been a great friend, one of my closest friends, and yeah, he deserves some help.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always try to support people when they get the worst. So yes, definitely. Okay, so New York Comic Con, how was it, Drew?
In a word, insanity. Pure.
Oh
no! A good insanity. It was.
I was about to say. I was about to ask.
That's a word I just realized. I'm in recovery mode right now. Sorry, but
I've been there. I got a comic convention coming up soon, Motor City.
Yeah, and this, I mean, the attendance rivaled the Super Bowl at this show. Everyone was elbow to elbow.
Sardines, in other words.
I do know fights did break out down in Artist Alley.
Really?
Artist Alley?
Yes, down at Peach Momoko's table. Yeah, the fights did break out a few times. And
wait, Peach was there?
Yeah, Peach was there. Yeah.
Okay, because I thought I seen something on Bleeding Cool where it said Peach was too good to be there or something. I didn't read the whole article. Of course.
So real quick, Peach was the star of the show. I mean, there are a lot of stars there, but Peach,
right?
Everywhere she went, whether it was at Midtown Comics first signing, Comic Man, her booth, blah 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 blah, she would have at least a 3-hour wait line.
Wow.
Her signature, yes.
Hot take here. I don't like Peach Momoko's art.
There we go. Common ground. I love it.
It's almost like I'm a all girly girl, but it's almost too girly for me in a weird
too girly for you.
Like maybe it's the painted aspect of it. I'm just not a huge fan.
I call it it's the middle schooler study hall art. That's what you draw.
There we go.
You draw when you're in study hall in middle school.
And she got so popular. I'm like, she is like, in respect. I have nothing but respect for her. But I'm like, I'll take me an Alex Ross. I'll take me a Dan Mora. Any day over.
Absolutely. And the fact that fights broke out around her table, around the wait line, VIPs getting upset, they're having to wait. And it's for Peach Momoko. Come on, guys. Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan either, but it's really? I mean, I was expecting to be a bigger name than that, but what was the fight over?
It was the VIP, because when you get certain tickets, certain tiers, there are times where you can jump ahead of lines and all that. Some people were being told like, no, you can't get in front of this line because of your ticket. Then they're like, no, I spent this much on a ticket, I should be at the front, blah blah blah. And then
For Peach
Wow.
yes,
For
yes.
Peach Momoka. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just what?
Yeah.
People like it. I mean, and that's what's so great about comics. Like, everybody has their own style, and everybody can relate to a style. It's just not one I'm a huge fan of. I don't think I'd wait more than 15 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry, scary comment. Who the F is Beach? There's only one beach I know. I mean, yes,
Yes, exactly, Gary.
But yeah,
Good
like
morning, everyone, by the way. I'm so sorry I didn't say good morning to the chat, but good morning. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I'm excited to talk about New York Comic Con because I'm going to live vicariously through Drew.
Awesome. This was the most eventful. When I say eventful show, so many highs. There were some lows, but a lot of stuff in the middle. So many stories. So many great small moments. I cherish. So much happened. This was a very show that I lived in, and I will never, ever, ever forget for the rest of my life.
What was it like being the one signing your own freaking book?
You want to know the most? I'll lead off with the most surreal moment. The most surreal moment. So the Comic Mint, they had their own New York exclusive for Born of Blood, and I was there with Thiago de Silva signing like Thursday and Friday several times. And Sunday, I'm walking by the booth, a few times leaving the booth, going to the bathroom, walking back to the booth, and I walked back past Tiago, just saying hi. He's like, "Hey, Dolan, come over." He's Portuguese. I'm trying to do the best accent I can, speaking English. He's like, "Dolan, come over." And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" He said, "Hey, I want you to meet the Miranda brothers. Meet the Miranda brothers." And if you're not familiar with the Miranda brothers, they're the creators of a series called We Live for Aftershock.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and the brothers were sitting there, and they had a copy of Born of Blood.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So they were like, Dolan, we love this. This is amazing. This is great. And the one brother said, "Can you sign this for me? Can you sign this?"
Wow.
Is this happening right now?
Oh
What?
my God, that's so cool! I'm so happy for you. That's amazing.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. And the one brother's like, "I want to do cover for you. I want to do cover." I'm like, I can't give the go ahead on this. I gotta talk to so many people about this. I don't want to, but yeah, I will not say no to that.
That is amazing.
This must have been right up there, like when Kevin Eastman and Laird did Ninja Turtles, and I'm pretty sure they probably had similar things when they did that.
Yeah, and this is the second best moment was going to Midtown Comics, and Midtown had me sign their copies of Born of Blood at their store in Times Square the day after, yesterday actually. Those are the top two moments for me.
My gosh, that's amazing. And you're only going up from here. Like this is your foundation.
Yeah,
you can only go up.
I've got so many other stories, so many other creators I ran into who know the book, and ran into Heidi McDonald, so that was interesting.
Oh my God! Please tell me that story.
So I was actually with the Miranda brothers. When they were saying how amazing the book was, she was standing right there next to me, and I was telling her all about it because it made the top 10 bestsellers on Bleeding Cool. You saw it. I told everyone it outsold Captain America and it outsold Star Wars.
Amazing.
Yeah, I told her that, and I said, I'd love for you guys to review it, but she completely tuned me out. She wanted nothing to do with it at all.
Shut up.
Oh.
She's terrible. Like, I use Comic Beat sometimes because their formatting on solicitations is a little bit better, but she has just become something completely different than when I remember Comic Beat being around a long time ago. Like, I can just about guarantee I know why she tuned you out, but she doesn't need to be a bitch like that in person. Wow.
I was just like, hey, whatever. I got the Miranda brothers right here who love my book. I don't need Heidi's validation or her review. I can live with this.
Yeah, fuck that. Especially if she's gonna be rude. And I'm actually not surprised she's rude. But still, that's crazy. So who else did you meet? I gotta know.
Oh my! Who didn't I meet at this point?
That's awesome.
Jeez, So Kevin Eastman came by our booth.
But I brought him up.
Yeah, that was great. Well, we had at our booth we had Ryan Brown was at our booth, and from the Mad Irishman himself, and we got to hang out. So many stories with Ryan Brown this weekend. I was standing right next to Dawn McTeague. If you're not familiar with Dawn McTeague, she is a terrific variant cover artist. She works with Brian Polito on his line. She's done some Punchline stuff.
I know who you're talking about.
She is an absolute angel on earth. Seriously, if anyone says an unkind thing about her, I will hunt them down. We were nice. We were up late. She was drawing and sketching. I was writing. I'll never forget that. We're up late in our Airbnb, and we had. I don't know if you're familiar with Eric Basaluda, Ebass. He another artist, great artist. He was right next to us. There was one point on Saturday. He was looking at Born of Blood, and I told him I'm the writer for it. He grabbed my phone, put his number in my phone. He said, "Here, bug me. I want you to bug me. When you think you've bugged me enough, you haven't bugged me enough. I want to do a cover for you." All right. It's like,
that's so cool.
It's like, what the hell is going on right now? I don't get it.
That is that's so great. Like you're like not finally, but like you're getting recognition. You're getting what you deserve, and it's really cool. Like. And I'm gonna always be like, yeah, I did the trailer. Yep, I sure did.
I'll tell them, they know. It's like I told them, you're the voice of Giaris. So yeah, and
I love it. It's so freaking cool.
You weren't there at the show. Been like, hey, Chica Saini, she is the voice of Giaris.
That would be so cool. Like, absolutely amazing. I seen. Was it on your community post? Maybe I seen your picture where there was like a bunch of people. Did you guys have issue with people getting to your booth?
So Sean had me take that down. Sean said,
sorry.
No, you're fine. Sean, it was up there. He told me to take it down. He was like, I want to keep things positive on the. But let's just say, so I'm going to extrapolate. I'm going to try to externalize. So I'm speaking as Dolan. All right. Let's just say there was a comic book store that had a huge 20 by 20, and there was a vendor next to them that sold laser swords, and they did not have crowd control at all around their booth.
Oh boy!
So their people were actually getting into our booth, walking into our booth, knocking over our comics, damaging our comics.
Wow.
What?
Yes. But like I said, I'm extrapolating. This is what I saw as Dolan, the writer, not working for Comics Elite. But yeah, let's just say if we go back, we're going to request not to be next to these guys at all next time.
Wow. I have been to many conventions. I have never seen anyone be that rude and all that stuff. We're trying to just cut right through to get to someone else like that, no matter how close they were.
Did it stink?
What's that?
Did it stink?
Actually, in Artist Alley, it was terrible. Artist Alley, it was a sweat box. It was.
I figured
because our Exhibitor Hall is upstairs. Artist Alley is downstairs, and so it was terrible down there. It smelled. It was hot. It was nasty down there. Man, it just.
I was doing a cosplay video yesterday. And I seen somebody had a sign that said, if you can afford convention tickets, you can afford deodorant.
Absolutely. That is 100% true, and just it's the concept of, not just, I wouldn't say a deodorant, but like bad breath. It's like, come on, guys, please, at least have some presence of mind, who you're going to.
Basic hygiene, a little pride in yourself.
Exactly. If you have enough pride in your costume, have enough pride in your bodily hygiene.
Gosh. So how were the cosplays? I was looking them up yesterday on TikTok because I may get sometimes way too into TikTok. That's ridiculous, but I do. And there was I saw some beautifully done stuff. A lot of anime.
Yeah. So bear in mind, Tristan, there's a lot of anime I am very uneducated about. Like there were. I remember, yeah. So I'm still waiting to see the one Guyver, manga or. Hey, I know that one. I got that reference. I get that. But most of these, I had no clue who they were. But there's a few there's a few that they're very obscure that I got, like the Butabi brothers from Saturday Night Live. the guys who bobbed the heads to the next to the side that Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan did, the party guys. I don't know if you remember that skit from the early 2000s.
I'm uncultured.
Okay, never mind. There was a Saturday Night Live skit in the early 2000s. These two guys dressed up as the Butabi brothers, swaying their necks to the side dance and just whatever. But other than that, some of the cosplays were good. Some of them were pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Let me get this super chat real quick. Gary, thank you so much and good morning. I have found a way to watch She-Hulk. No, Gary! Just turn the sound off so I can make my own story up, which is better. I can check her out without having to listen to her speak.
Oh,
Gary!
Wow. I just hope he's trolling.
Me and Bianca are going to, on Thursday's Morning Brew, we're going to go over the series as a whole and the finale. I think I already know the leaks. I won't say them, but I am pumped. I know a lot of people don't like She-Hulk, but I get it. I get it, Gary. I do. Thank you so much. That's too funny. So what do you guys think of the announcements? Let's start with, I guess the real big one from at least DC was
Superman.
Action Comics and Superman.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Superman's finally getting his moment in the sun, in the spotlight, in the sun, as you could say, that he has deserved for quite a while. When you think about it, the last time when we had a big was Bendis coming, but we already knew that was tainted. We really haven't had that big of a Superman's push since Rebirth, really. And even then, but here, this feels like they're truly embracing it. They're blowing up Action Comics, which will probably allow Phil K. Johnson to stay on there, but then bring in other creators involved. I think they basically learned their lesson from Urban Legends and basically is they're trying to do that, but putting it in the main book because they know you're not going to sell it as if we just do it as a separate book. And
I like the idea of having John Kent's story told early by Dan Jurgens. I think they're listening to fans when it comes to this. I want to get my pet peeve out of the way. And this is Bleeding Cool, so it has terrible, this is super low definition. But Kara looks fucking awful.
I agree. No, where's the cape?
Where's the skirt? I would even take hot pants.
What book is she even in?
I know there's a Power Girl ongoing. There's a...
No, they said Power Girl's in the Justice Society book is what they said.
Oh, okay. So maybe she's in the main Superman book. Maybe it's that, Young John, and then Clark. But this, I'm not a fan of this at all. And I don't know what the point is of taking away one of her defining characteristics. Is her,
I think they're going for a uniform look, personally. I think that's what they're trying to go for.
What do you think, Drew?
Oh, I was going to say, it reminds, instant flashback to the New 52 Wonder Woman costume, where she had the pant, the jeggings or whatever, the leggings and the whatever, just to get rid of the skirt.
It reminds me more of her pre-New 52 look, if you ask me. The one where they JMS one.
Comic Boom's right. Kara looks more like Superwoman than Supergirl, and it's absurd to call John Kent Superman and Kara Supergirl. Yes.
Speaking of, they keep everyone still pushing, saying they canceled Kant and John's book. They canceled it. Guys, they announced in the same breath that he's getting a new book. It's a mini-series, but that could also be indication that Tom Taylor might be going over to Justice League for all we know, so we can't do another ongoing. But the fact is, why do people keep saying it's canceled? Yay, celebrate.
I actually got a comment today on one of my old John Kent reviews that said, "Who's laughing now?" I'm like, probably Tom Taylor. He just got 6 more issues. I get people are saying it's canceled. I get what they mean by that. They mean the actual Son of Kal-El book. But if you're saying that, isn't Superman renumbering also?
Yeah, Superman's renumbering.
So Superman's canceled.
Well, technically, to be fair, it did cancel so they can start.
You're right.
Book.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I don't see an issue with it. They're still exploring John, so I'm good with it. But they're going to the blue Superman.
Well, that's from the Lazarus stuff.
Okay, that's from the Lazarus stuff. What do you think, Drew? Are you so happy that it's canceled? Are you one of those?
I honestly couldn't care less at this point. It's just, I just Sorry, I'm still getting my voice back from all the yelling and shouting I did this weekend. But I just want to have a good read. You know, that's all I want. That's all I ask. You know, is it too much to ask? And actually, in some cases, it kind of is difficult to ask for just a good read anymore. That's all I want. And I really, truly hope they do take criticisms to heart, you know, and just they do tell quality stories.
Yeah, and I'm glad that they're exploring that time when he was gone. I think that's really smart. Like,
yes, absolutely.
I'm not saying it it's too late. I'm saying it's better late than never.
Yeah, and I will say the one I am looking forward to is the Lee Weeks, you know, John Kent stuff. That's the one I'm looking forward to. I think that's going to be the diamond in the rough right there.
Wait. What is that?
There's a Lee Weeks, John Kent when he's a young boy.
I thought it's Dan Jurgens drawing it.
I thought it was Lee Weeks. Is it Dan? Is it Dan drawing it?
I thought it was Jurgens.
Dan's drawing the continuation of both his Superman Lois stuff that he had done before pre-Rebirth, and what he's doing was the Doomsday stuff.
Okay, I was confused. I apologize.
Oh.
I actually didn't look into it too much. I was just like, oh, cool. Continuation.
Well, yeah. So Lee Weeks is drawing it because he drew the last mini.
Okay. Yes. Lois and Clark 2, Doomsday. Okay, that's Dan Jurgens and Lee Weeks to tell the tale of... Yes, I was right. We were both right.
There we go. Cool. That's the one I cannot wait to read. That's the one I'm looking for.
Agreed.
Yeah. I agree. Like, you know, it's going to be good. It's got quality names on it, and we're learning about young John Kent with his on the farm with his parents. Absolutely. Learning about his abilities.
I'm already getting choked up. I'm already getting choked up thinking about it. That sounds amazing. Yeah.
So many people have been asking for this. Like, I know Tia's in there, like, doing jumping jacks. He's so happy.
Sorry, I just noticing that.
No, you're fine.
I was noticing Jasper Plan 9 saying, the ongoing is literally canceled. Again, what's the difference? Okay, can someone explain to me? What's the difference between canceled and ended? Because how many books have they ended so they can then do a relaunch? Plenty of times. Was that canceled or was that just ended?
Okay, the thing is here, the reason it was switched over to the other John Kent book is because, what is it?
Dawn.
They're doing the Lazarus stuff. They're doing
Dawn of DCU.
Dawn of DCU. That's the word I was looking for. So it was always, I'm assuming, intended to be this way. I don't know. I obviously can't prove that. But regardless, I don't care. I'm going to get more of the background in what's going on with Ultraman. That's what I'm like.
Oh, I want that too.
Exactly. I want to see the end of this story. I want to see the idea of what is Ultraman going to be his arch nemesis? Like, is that what we're looking at?
For the arc.
I'm cool with that.
Now, here's a question I want to ask you, Drew. Do you think this might be a good indication that Taylor might be taking over Justice League if they're reducing his ongoing to and rather than just renaming and keeping the original numbering, they did made it a mini? Do you think that might be an indication?
It's possible. Yeah. Because I mean, I wouldn't doubt it at this point. I wouldn't. It's possible. Yeah. I mean, it's more likely a probability than not a probability. Yeah.
Yeah, because because Taylor's shown he can only juggle 2 ongoings. He can do a bunch of minis, but he can only juggle 2 ongoings. So I think that this might be a clear indication he's going to Justice League.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, just because like some of the minis, he's like you said, this juggling act he's gotten. You know, I mean, Dark Knights of Steel. That ball dropped. You know, it's like I think people honestly forgotten about that.
Yeah.
How long's it been on a hiatus? Like 3-4 months? Wait, it's back. When?
They had a new issue. If I recall,
they had the Dark Knights of Steel babies issue that came out.
Oh, that was just a fucking filler.
Yeah, it was a filler. Yeah, it was a filler issue, and
it was cute, but it was filler.
Yeah. New issues in November.
Wow.
And it's a good book. It
Well,
is.
there was a delay with Deceased as well, remember? People seem to forget that. Deceased had a huge delay, and from what I understood, that was because they were reworking it all, because originally it was supposed to be the one mini, but then it got so big, they decided, we need to rework it so we can expand it.
I love this. NWO said the DC's version of John Kent is amazing. Yeah, and it proves that Taylor knows how to write these characters in their format that they are, where John in that is more of a leader and more developed because he has to be. He's thrown in the fire. He has to be. Now, the other John Kent story is more about learning about himself and the trauma he's gone through and having and hugging it out. Hugging it out. I love the hugs with Dick. That could have been taken so many ways.
How much of this was all Tom's idea, and how much of this was editorial pushing this on him? Because it could have been editorial saying, we want John to be everything his dad isn't.
I mean, he kind of admitted...
Well, he'll take credit for it, of course. That doesn't mean that it was his idea.
I don't know. I think Tom Taylor's became, just like Tom King, they've been a little bit contentious in the comic book community just because I feel like this is one of those books that you either love or hate.
Well, yeah.
And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of nuance. So even me, like, saying, you know, I like it, it's a 7, it's this, it's that. People take that like, oh my God, of course she likes it because he's queer. No, come on now, guys.
Oh.
Like, this is one issue I have with the comic book community is that there needs to be variety, and that's why I love indies so much. Like, there needs to be variety. There needs to be something for everyone. Somebody could have loved that 3 Keys last week, but when I open a book and it's insulting me as a fan, like, oh my God, people that read comic books are terrible. Did you see that book last week, Drew?
I didn't see it last week. I didn't see it until you posted those pages in your community post. And I was like, this is an actual comic? I could not believe it. I could not believe it.
Like, the things I waste my money on. I picked, like, the art was beautiful. That's what drew me in. It was stunning art. And then at the very beginning, they're arguing literally about how only nerds and recluse basically read comics. And hot girls want nothing to do with it because they have actual real lives. And then they argue for 3 pages about the definition of bisexuality.
Yes, the creators were actually mocking the readers, mocking the consumer.
Yes.
And if you bought that, I'm
sorry. Who published it?
I think, was it Dark Horse? Let me look. I've still got
Dark Horse, and they probably just only got enough in for 1 mini, and they basically felt like, we're not going beyond this. Let's just be assholes.
But the art is so good. Like, I wish that artist had like a book that was worth reading, because the way that they draw like beautiful women is amazing. And there's another book this week, and I'm sure Robert doesn't know, but it is did you read Siren's Gate?
I have not.
True.
I did.
The art was so cool, wasn't it? Oh, it was Image. I'm sorry, not Dark Horse.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna refer to I'm just gonna say no comment on Siren's Gate.
It was so weird. It's one of those, like, I kind of want to keep reading it, but the dialogue was fucking terrible. But the art was so good that I loved the way it almost looked like an app, like those dating sim apps. Like, it fucked with my head so much I wanted to continue, and that's really, really weird. It was odd.
Okay. So honest time here. So at the show, New York Comic Con, Shannon Mayer was there.
Oh, and, yeah? Is that the artist or the writer?
Both, artist and writer.
Okay.
And word got out about our review of his book, and he was not happy. So we because we did a variant with it. I
did see that.
Sean was like, "Hey, you know what? Because we made a comment about the interior art. It was more extreme than what you said. We compared it to something a little bit more derogatory because of what someone else said in our warehouse. So honestly, we shouldn't have said that. I mean, the art is fine. But
it's beautiful.
Yeah, but story-wise, Kyle and I, we thought it was a bit of a narrative mess. It didn't really flow well. And the art was cool. I mean, the werewolf at the end was cool, but a lot of it, like, it's not really it's not really clicking. Nothing is really, things were just happening. This wasn't really a well-oiled story.
And I think you should be allowed to have your, like, I get what you mean, but like, also, that's what I'm saying. That's what's so great about comics is there's something for everybody. Somebody's going to pick up that book and love it. Yeah, somebody is.
Yes. And I went to Shannon and I talked. I apologized to him about the comments about the art. Hey, there we go. Hey, there you go. I apologized. I said I should have made those comments, but I told him that the story, it was hard for Kyle and I to follow. If you want to talk to us about what these plot elements, I'll gladly, maybe there's something we missed and that we don't understand. It wasn't made clear. And it just turned into a conversation that just went round and round and round. Like we're going nowhere. It's like, I'm telling the same point. He's telling me the same point. It's like, God damn it. Come on. It's just, but
I get it.
Yeah.
At least you apologize. You like, that's rare. So you gotta like respect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I told him, like, hey, we made comments about the art that was not appropriate, and I said, hey, the art is fine, just the story, it was hard to follow at points, but yeah, so that happened.
The lettering was cool.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, it was.
It was like, and I think I'm gonna continue it just because you guys were nice to each other. That's why I'm gonna continue it. No, because it's interesting. I want to see what happens, just because it's so different, and it's something like, I don't know if you're. I seen Bianca earlier, but I don't know if she's still here. You would like it. It's got werewolves and hot women. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
May I say to a point that was earlier, because was Tom? I want to say, was Tom Taylor writing John? He's still writing him, even though John's by. He still gave us more superhero stuff than Megan Fitzmartin does with Tim. Especially that interview of hers. I'm sorry. Every time I'm seeing this woman talk lately, it's more and more saying, I don't care about Tim. I'm just writing whatever character I want and just slapping Tim's name on it. That whole bit saying, why a boathouse? Because I like boats. What?
Yeah. I tried to say, this book was okay. I reviewed it, right? I'm like, it was all right. It was mid. I'm not a fan of Riley Rossmo, period. Like, I got used to it when it came to the Harley book, just because I like Harley. So I've gotten used to it. It's not not even in my top 100 artists, right? But
that's like saying you've been eating a gruel for like a year and like nothing but it. And it's like,
for a while. Under Rossmo is weird.
But the thing is his art used to, like, if
it was better at one point. Yes,
it was. Like the Batman shadow, even going like to Martian Manhunter.
I think people are writing to his strengths. Now we're just slapping him on because he's a speedy artist.
Yep.
That's why he's not giving books that work to his strengths. He's just giving books in general. Now, in the case of with Harley, we lucked out because he did. He's probably the best person to handle Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Every time someone does it, it doesn't look right when it's not in his style.
It doesn't. I'll give him that. He definitely made Kevin come to life. But with Megan, I found her yesterday when I was looking at New York Comic Con stuff on TikTok. And I started looking at her stuff, and she just has this idea that she is totally reinventing Tim. He didn't have his own identity before, and now she is the godfather of Tim and making him so special.
I feel so bad for Chuck Dixon and Bill Willingham, the work that they did for decades building this character. And it's just being slowly broken. It's like a building they built, and it's being slowly torn apart brick by brick.
And unfortunately, they can't say anything in defense because then they'll be pounded on. I know Bill Willingham did a blog about what's going on with Bernard, and people's like, oh, you're just upset because you're conservative. But it's like, dude, he's not even that strongly conservative compared to other conservatives.
Yeah. Even if Bill Willingham is, I never really saw him as somebody that would push his ideals.
Oh, no.
On you?
No, never.
He made that joke in Justice Society where you had Obsidian say, hey, guess what? I'm not gay anymore. I'm cured. Aren't you glad? Just kidding, everyone. Still gay. You should have seen the looks on your faces.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, he's not one of those like
He's still
crazy far right person. Even like Chuck Dixon is a little bit, but I don't see Chuck Dixon have. I like Chuck a lot.
he's surrounding from who's kind of easing him into that direction because he's not keeping up on everything.
Was your question answered, Bianca? I missed your question.
What question? But
I look back up here, but
yeah,
yeah,
he's still good
didn't he
friends.
just finish Fables also?
It's still going, but he's not that. Speaking of Fables, he's still good friends with Leela Sturgis, formerly Matthew Sturgis. They're still good friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do feel bad for him. It's gotta kind of like even like you, Drew.
Bernard's not
Put
even the
yourself.
character. He's just the name slapped on his other character.
No, don't you remember when Bernard was going? Is your mom hot or so? You know what I mean? Like,
Even well, to be fair, if I recall right, Tim's mom's been dead though. So
I think this is the stepmom. This was the stepmom.
the stepmom, right? The stepmom. I forgot.
Like, what would it feel like to you, Drew? You write Giaras for years.
You are 100% correct. I've been wondering the same. Like years, like hypothetically, years from now, let's say someone else starts picking up the writing credits of Giaras and starts incorporating these different elements to it, like that were never, ever, ever intended. And it's got me kind of preemptively thinking, like, I'm going to put this crap in writing with Merc now. It's like, she is never, ever going to do this. This is never,
like
never.
A character Bible.
Yeah.
Like, we've got to do this. I've got to do this now. Where it's like, this will never happen. She does not do this. She does not do that. This will not happen. This will never happen. Yeah. It's just, I got to now.
What blackmail does Fitzmartin have on everyone?
Right? Yeah.
To be fair, I could see Giaras being like that bitch that will pretend she's a lesbian to get what she wants. Like, you know what I mean? Yes, like, I could see her using that in her wheelhouse.
She will manipulate people to get what she wants. Absolutely.
Exactly.
100%. But, and we see that in issue 2.
Which will be out tomorrow, my review.
Yes. And so I have seen people. I mean, I've given PDFs to people of issue 2 to people, and I told people at the show at the convention that if you buy the $75 metal cover for Born of Blood 1 and you like it, you read it, you like it, I'll give you the PDF to issue number 2 for you to read and review.
Wow.
Yes, I was making them a deal. I was selling a hard bargain, and they loved issue 2. I mean, granted, they said it does get extreme in the violence and the sex, but they love the elements where it goes, the shocks, the deaths, and the setups of new villains. They really, really enjoyed it.
And the art. Don't forget the art.
No, you were 100% correct. The Carlos Beccaria on the art is fantastic. He's gotten better from issue 1. And I really, truly believe people will love issue 2 more than issue number 1 if they loved 1.
Right.
And the thing is, like, when I went through it, like the first time I gave you my honest thoughts, and I'm not going to go through it too much because I have my review coming out tomorrow. But the second time when I read through it, I tried to get in her mindset, and it was a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like a little bit more understandable. And I was like, okay, you know what? It was one of those that if I was buying it from, Image, I would keep going. So it's something that I look forward to. And honestly, for your comparing for your first book, or compared to something like what Megan is doing, it is night and day. And it's sad because a lot of people, Tim's not my Robin, right? A lot of people though that grew up and that are our age, that is their Robin, right? They love Tim. And it's a shame that we're seeing like this.
She's heading for a fall, if you ask me. I think she is heading for a major fall. I think it's the way she butchered Sissy in Dark Crisis on
Oh,
Young
Jesus.
Justice. The fact that the Pride issue did not sell well at all and people were pissed off, and that lost so much goodwill from a lot of people, I keep hearing. And I think she's heading for a fall. I think they stroked her ego too much, given her too much FU to everyone. And I think, and showing that she doesn't really even understand the queer culture she's catering to.
Yeah. Oh my God. She's so fake woke. Like that scene in, what was it? Dark Crisis, her Dark Crisis book 1 or 2. She's like, this is so-and-so, they, them. Literally didn't need to be in there. We never saw that character again. Yeah. That was the definition of virtue signal.
Oh yeah. The irony, of course, is, oh, and she retconned her reasons for leaving, saying, oh, I left because I didn't want to be defined by the boys. But you left because of the boys.
It's so annoying. And then she's like, why don't we get a monument built to us? Bitch, you did.
You didn't. You didn't die. The monument's for those who died.
Oh, she's so like.
Although to be fair, and to be fair, this was done better when Jason Todd showed up saying, where's my statue? I was a Titan too! Way back in Jeff Johns' run. That was a great moment.
Yes.
And, I mean, but again, he died. So he had every right to be annoyed saying, why didn't I get a statue?
Yeah, I don't think anything new was announced for her. I'll have to keep an eye on solicitations. Another one I would say I'm a little more worried about, but I know a little bit, is Stephanie Phillips been taken off of Harley. We've got Teenie Howard coming on. Besides the Green Arrow book coming out this week, which blah.
Wait,
she's got no work at DC. No, but I've been able to look over it and blah. But with that being said, she has no more work at DC.
She might be doing something for the Action Comics for one of the backup stories.
That's what I think too. But even so, I like Stephanie, and I love it. Isn't I love that she's with Brian Azzarello. I think it's adorable. Everyone's like, what?
No,
Wait, what?
She's dating Brian Azzarello.
Stephanie Phillips.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, good for him.
Yeah, like there's like 30 years difference. He's
exactly. I mean, like he looks like he's older than dirt, but okay, cool.
Awesome. Yeah. He's 60.
Yeah, good for him.
But that's the thing when you're bald. It sometimes hides your age a bit more.
Yes.
Stephanie Phillips does not need DC work. She's got Grimm. Grimm is fantastic. Grimm is, I love that she has, have you been reading Grimm, Drew?
I stopped after issue 1. It was not for me. It was not for me. My point was when they get the scene, they get to the afterlife, people just sitting around waiting. I instantly thought of the movie Beetlejuice.
Yep.
In the waiting. Look, now, my point to this was, whereas it came across in the comic Grimm as more, I'm going to say lazy. Whereas Beetlejuice, it was more colorful, more creative. You see how these people died in the real life waiting to go on. And it's like people were just looking normal as usual, just sitting around on benches. I'm like, you couldn't get a little bit creative with some of these people, how they died, why they're waiting. I'll
give you that one.
It lacked imagination.
I never seen Beetlejuice, so I didn't know.
No, you're a kid.
I don't see a lot of movies.
What?
You've never seen Beetlejuice?
That's the movie that basically got Tim Burton to do Batman. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have had Batman.
Okay, chat. If you think Tristan needs to see Beetlejuice, type 1 in the comments. Type 1 in the comments if you think Tristan needs to watch Beetlejuice.
1. I'll just say it. 1.
No, I haven't, but like
Bianca
I really
just super chatted, I think.
My son of Kel-El question, please. Bianca, you know what?
Let me look back. I'll look back for it.
Can you find it? Okay. Thank you.
Do I have to take the son of Kel out of my poll? I think you mean poll list for the new one, or is it literally the same thing and I don't have to take it out? It'll be
You'll have to switch over.
When it ends, it'll be removed. You're gonna have to do it again once you get the your poll list. It's available for your poll list.
Yeah, you'll have to switch it over to what's it called? Adventures of Superman John Cat. Yeah, so you'll have to switch it over. But as far as Grimm, one thing I like that Stephanie does is you've got these characters you've got the main character, right? She's got her own personality, but everybody in that book has a distinct voice. And sometimes it feels like that is rare nowadays, right?
Yes.
A lot of the characters are cookie cutter, but no, we've got this like roadie rock star guy. We've got this old black dude. They all have their distinct voice. And just for that alone, I'm like, yeah, I want to see where this story goes. And I would like to see her bring back Nuclear Family also, do something with that.
I will. Like I said, people said like, oh, you hate everything she does. I'm like, no, wave the BS flag, because Sean and I championed Nuclear Family. We really, truly enjoyed Nuclear Family. I told Stephanie Phillips that at New York last year. Told that to her face. I love Nuclear Family. I said that was the best thing she ever did.
Yeah, it really is. And it was kind of her early work. She sent me a bunch of books. I still need to go over her other stuff. But I mean, she's doing well enough on her own. I think Comic Boom is right, but I like her a lot. I would like to see her get something, but I also, where I know this is weirdly controversial, I'm kind of glad to see what Teenie Howard can do with Harley. She's done great work with Catwoman. Like, I love her Catwoman, and I know, Drew, that you liked Rom V's.
Absolutely.
This to me, it feels like when it comes to the idea of writing for a female audience, that's what she's doing as compared to Rom V, who writes for a more
broad audience.
Broad audience. Yeah, absolutely. Let me get the super chat real quick. Gary, thank you so much. I think you said you haven't seen Daredevil, so I'm making a list to watch before you die. I haven't seen Daredevil either. There's so much. Like,
Tristan, if it makes you feel any better, when we were at Don McTague and Ryan Brown, they were staying with us at our Airbnb, and Dawn hasn't seen a lot of films. So we were watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We were watching National Lampoon's Vacation. We're watching all these great classics from the 80s and 90s that she hadn't seen. It's just living vicariously through them. It was awesome.
I haven't seen it. I'm a reader. I put my nose in a book, but yes, there is stuff I know I need to watch. I need to get caught up on Stargirl too, but
Stargirl's been better than She-Hulk, if you ask me.
Not even close. Not even close.
How can you say that when you haven't seen it?
I'm only like 2 episodes behind.
All right. Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting Director Bones soon.
Yeah. Okay, so that means
Director Bones, really? Holy crap!
Well, he's at the end of the last season, and the next upcoming 2-parter is called Infinity Inc.
Does he actually look like Director Bones? Does
yes.
he actually? Oh my God! Is he smoking a stogie or anything?
I'm gonna find the clip.
Is he smoking a stogie? Did he have him smoking?
And it's Keith David doing the voice.
Perfect.
Is there any Obsidian hints yet that I've missed?
No.
That's bullshit. They hinted at it so bad last season. And then this season, all we got is, oh my God, I kissed the ice guy.
True.
No, I'm just kidding. I like Stargirl. I do. I just think there's a difference in writing. Again, it goes to the idea of it is more broad, whereas what you get with She-Hulk is definitely more catering to a female audience, I guess is the best way to say it.
That is correct, yes.
I'm going to send you the link for it.
Okay. Yes, it is very clear who the audience for She-Hulk is, and I'm not that audience. So that's why it's not for me, so I haven't watched.
All right, we got to show Drew this, because this was the tease at the end of season 2.
Yep.
We still haven't. Dun, dun, dun.
Green Lantern's daughter is back in Milwaukee, searching for her brother. But she found friends like her.
Where are those friends?
They're in a small town in Nebraska that appears to be populated with heroes and villains.
Heroes and villains living side by side.
Oh. Yes! Oh!
What an interesting experiment. Perhaps we should take a trip to Nebraska.
I love it. It still gives me chills. Dr. Freaking Bones. Director Bones, sorry. Let me get this super chat. It's already a long list, but you will watch them all or I will shave your cats. No, my poor
Good luck with that.
That's so funny. Thank you so much, Gary.
David was going to be at Grand Rapids Comic-Con, but he canceled out recently. I'm like, no.
Oh, that stinks.
But yeah, seriously, that's what I love with Stargirl and with Jeff Johns. He knows how to basically saying the characters are fine on their own. We just need to pick the right ones. We don't need to change them that much. Tweak them Yes, like Midnighter and Wildcat, they're DH compared to their normal stuff, but it works for the story. And it's like they're still already established characters. They're not, despite what some people claim, brand new characters made up for the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Whereas
enjoy the
Marvel,
show.
so I was
Go
saying,
ahead.
whereas Marvel will derail a character like Mr. Immortal just to make it a pun, but it's like, well, great, now we're not going to have the Great Lake Avengers, or we'll make Marvel a woman. Well, great, now we're not going to have Phyla Vel or Genis Vel.
I mean,
It's like,
yeah, Marvel changes a lot, but to like, I don't mind when it's multiversal, but
oh
it
yeah,
just
that's fine.
depends on really, honestly, it comes a lot down to performance for me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't we also have from New York Comic Con? Don't we also have
I mean, we have been seeing your comments. Yeah, you live in another country, so you cannot watch Superman Lois for some reason. That sucks.
Wow.
using a VPN maybe.
Usually paid cable gets the CW stuff. What country are you in?
I would say
You know,
check out Express VPN, but I'm not. I don't. I'm not. They're not a sponsor for me. I can't say that.
what about the what do you guys think of the Lazarus Pit stuff?
Lazarus
Or
Planet.
Lazarus Planet stuff?
The fact that it's just within 1 month and everything, I'm curious on that.
It's only 1 month.
Oh yeah, it's a weekly event.
Okay, so is it a new book? Because I haven't even. I'm trying to look it up now.
It's an event that's playing off of what happened. It's happening in Batman versus Robin.
Okay, well, Batman versus Robin has been fucking amazing.
Yeah, and I already read issue 2. It's not out yet. I think I sent someone may have sent that to you, Tristan, in an email. I don't know if you guys.
It is so. It came out today, so we can talk about it.
Okay, cool.
It is so good, but I am so okay, earmuffs if anybody hasn't read it yet. I am frustratedly hoping that Alfred is real.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But it doesn't. Okay. Well, here's the thing, Robert. You and I, we both interviewed Mark.
I'm aware of the spoiler.
Yeah, and we interviewed Mark, and we were like, "Oh, Mark, it's so great to have Alfred back." And Mark was like, "Is it? Is it really?"
Yeah, I remember I did the same thing. Yes.
No, come on now. Like, don't fuck with my heart.
So David's asking, any opinion on action comic taking place after Dark Crisis? Makes sense.
Please.
Again, I mean, that was one thing Philip K. Johnson did make clear to me when I had him on, that 1050 is going to explain the continuity. And he made it very clear. Despite what you may think, DC this time around, their editorial actually does care about continuity, and they want to cut back on the whole, oh, a character's appearing over here, but he's also over here, but it makes no sense. They want to try and avoid that as much as they can.
But okay, we need to look at this because
Monkey Prince is getting a bigger role.
Monkey Prince. I actually dropped off that title. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still going with it.
Well, I'm just saying that's a beautiful Nathan Zerdy cover right there, and we work with
beautiful.
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh, that's Martian Manhunter's become more Doomsday, transformed into a Doomsday-like being.
Looks like a Matina cover. I'm not sure if that's.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I gotta say that. Speaking of an artist who has the speed of Riley Rossmo, but is way more skilled, Dan Mora. Look at the fact that this guy's had how many books he's working on, and yet the guy doesn't miss a beat with his quality.
No, never.
Oh my gosh!
Like Power Rangers 100, the Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover. Oh geez, that King Arthur one. Once in Future.
Once in Future.
World's Finest.
Yeah, Dan's another one. He had a line a mile long downstairs.
That's a worthy one. That's a deserved one.
Yes.
So, Comic Boom has a question. I didn't know about this. What do you guys think about the series Young Justice incorporating heroes in crisis? Oof.
I think they could do it if they are able to do it. And this is the show they're talking about. They do it right. It'd be kind of just like how Civil War got fixed in the movie.
Wasn't Young Justice canceled?
I think they did. Was it the current comic going on?
Or yeah, I'm not sure. Are they talking about the animated series? Are they talking about the comic or I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's I think I seen a video where they were saying it was happening in the show, but it's got to be done correctly. Hopefully they have the right writer for that. It can
Oh,
be done.
it isn't canceled?
Oh, it's not? Okay. Animated
I thought it
series, yeah.
was.
I don't know, but I think it could be done. I don't know. They're kids though, man. Like, don't fuck with their. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Heroes in Crisis. I liked it at first.
I'll say this. I've said this in our reviews. I'm not afraid to say this. I will gladly read Heroes in Crisis forwards and backwards twice than read Dark Crisis, another issue of Dark Crisis.
Okay,
done with it?
when we get to our top 5, I've got words.
You know what? I understand.
And I will say, look, and when I say that, I mean Heroes in Crisis was more. I got more of an emotional reaction out of things happening in Heroes in Crisis than I have out of Dark Crisis.
I disagree.
There was some good points. There was some good points in Heroes in Crisis. There was some good stuff in it. And we had like the Booster Harley thing. I did like that. It is Young Justice Season 5 is bringing in Sanctuary. I don't know. I don't follow it, but I think it can be done correctly but just as long as you don't. As long as you have the right writer. I don't know.
People, if no one's seen it, watch the first 2 seasons of Young Justice. They are arguably perfect. I mean, for the first season is perfect. The second one is near perfect, but after that, I don't want to say it goes downhill. It just the story, the characters, because they always progress in time and they bring in new characters and they're just not as interesting as the originals, unfortunately. But seasons 1 and 2, people have to watch. They are amazing.
I've heard. Don't they have Static in it also?
Yeah, I think it's
like
and
Icon and Rocket.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to see that.
They dig deep, and Zatara is one of the Justice Leaguers. It's amazing.
Zatanna started off as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to check it out.
How do you not watch this? Oh my god!
Okay,
I don't watch stuff.
I don't watch stuff. Right, I gotta ask. It's a kid show, but it's one of those guilty pleasure shows. Have you seen that DC Superhero Girls show?
I have. Have you, Drew?
The Supergirl show?
Yeah, the Superhero Girls.
Oh, the TV show with the Melissa Benoit?
No. This is a Superhero Girl show. That's the cartoon by Lauren Faust.
Oh, I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, well, get this. Their movie they did, which was supposedly a crossover with Teen Titans Go, it really wasn't. They actually took a villain from a very obscure comic, and it's like, wait, seriously? You picked that character? They brought in, what was her name? She was from the last god
Mighty
of Krypton.
Endowed?
No. She was from the last, Sinsona, from the last god of Krypton one shot.
Wow.
They're digging deep.
That's digging in deep.
Well, and like Young Justice, they dig in deep as well.
Yeah.
The villains, the heroes, and it's like the sportsman, really, the Sportsmaster. I'm like, holy crap! I love
Sportsmaster though. He's in. You got to check out Stargirl because he's in Stargirl also.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
But like, really, you have to watch the first season. And one small thing, I know we're deviating way off, but like when they show Robin, when they show Robin in season 1. How they utilize Robin with how to throw off people where he could be, like the sound that he has, it is perfect. It's awesome. It's creepy.
Talk about a case of people outraged by the casting and then shutting up when they actually heard it.
Yeah,
Jesse McCarthy.
That.
Yeah, he was the voice. When he was casted, no one was happy. They were like, oh, BS, what's he going to do? This is around the time when he was originally cast as Zuko for the Avatar movie before he fell out from that. And then,
I have no idea who that even is.
The singer?
Okay, I do. That's what I thought you meant, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, people thought like, oh, he's a singer. But then once they saw him as Robin Young Justice, they were like, now he's one of their favorites.
You should, Gary. You should make a watch along channel. I've seen people do those. Have you ever seen like a live stream where you like watch a movie? I don't understand how it works.
I like watching the videos where people are saying like watching this for the first time, watching a millennial watching Superman for the first time. Those are fun to watch. They're great to watch.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it'd be fun. Honestly, I think that's a great idea to sit down, like watch. Tristan watches Beetlejuice for the first time. Watch along. Yeah, with Tristan watching the first episode of Young Justice. I think you get a lot of people watching. You just watching the first episode of Young Justice.
Wait, who's being bullied?
What?
Wow, crap. Nerdette, why do you allow your mod figure drawing to bully your friends?
Oh, if this is what I think it is.
I didn't even see.
Apparently,
Shaggy was talking to an imposter last night. It wasn't me. Okay. Also, I got an email. Okay, I want to clear this up. I'm sorry I'm going off base here a little bit, but I'll make a community post also in case nobody sees this. I don't know. And Joseph, I forgot about your email, but this is what it's about. Somebody is going around, not only as figure drawing, but is going around saying that Hans from Saggy's chat is basically harassing me, going around to people in the community saying that he's harassing me. That is patently false. Hans has never been anything but nice. Maybe we argue a little bit, but I want to clear that up. I'll put a community post up, but no. If somebody's going around as figure drawing, whoever this is, it's got to be the same person because whatever, somebody's got to, I've got a lot of haters and they're going around and doing this bullshit. And Hans has not been, like, we don't agree on shit, but that's normal. Like, he's never harassed me. No.
I mean, if I can be honest, figure drawing, you do get argumentative with people. So it does make it easy for someone to go more extreme version of you. And I mean, that's a shame though. I wish they weren't doing that.
Yeah, I don't know. This has got to all be connected, but I don't know if you're bored. Not you, Whack Crab. Just whoever's doing this. If you're bored,
it's a case where they've just been studying figure drawing for a while. I mean, all you have to do is look back on all of his chats and see how he acts, and that's all someone needs to do.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm going to step out for 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
Guys, you have brought up something.
Yes, I know, Joseph. I just wanted to make sure that I said it. Okay, Bleeding Cool rumor. Let's see what it says. In August 2020, massive layoffs of DC called were bloodbath, with Jim Lee being removed. Now we're hearing Zaslav is issuing another round pass. I did hear that. I did see an art.
That big. There's not many people for them to cut.
I don't. Let me see if we have anything yet. Warner.
And when I see Bleeding Cool doing that, they're catering to CG and all that because they know then they're going to get more, they're going to be the ones that'll get more going over to their articles.
Nothing new as of yet. I don't doubt that there's going to be some mix-up. I don't doubt that at all, and I don't doubt that there will be some changes. But I also have yet to see them, and if they happen, I'll probably report on it. But regardless, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and I doubt it's going to be Jim Lee. I mean, seriously, not some of the big names. They act like they're just going like, "You're going to get fired. You're going to get fired. You're going to get fired." When it's like, really?
I am so lost at what's going on. I'll just email Saggy and get it taken care of. That's what we do. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see any of her shit I didn't see anything last night. So I'm lost, but I'll take care of it. I'll email Saggy and I'll put a community post up about Hans and stuff. So let's just talk about comics. Let's have fun.
Let me put it this way. Warcraft, let me put it this way. Why would he, if it was figure drawing, wouldn't he instead email me to defend his actions as opposed to emailing me telling me, hey, that wasn't me? Why would he come to me telling me I didn't do it rather than defend his actions if he truly did it?
He owns it, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at these.
He would own it. He would own it.
Okay, so is this Mercy? Who is this?
I think that's Mercy. I think that could
I
be
think so too.
Character.
I mean, she looks good. And then we got this, what is it, Red Canary?
See you, Tavia.
Bye, Tavia.
I think Red Canary, that's a new character that's coming about.
I like her design. I don't know how I feel
I know
about Batman.
Mercy hasn't changed. Mercy hasn't changed at all.
No, she hasn't. But Batman put on the Naboo helmet.
Well, we already know that's in the other book.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then we've got Superman Electric Blue.
That's a better way of separating John from his dad.
He needs his own identity, and this could be the way to go about doing it.
Yeah, could be.
I mean,
John becoming more Doomsday-like.
Have you been reading Champions of Shazam?
Yes.
I have the first couple issues, and I've looked through them a little bit, but I'm just not a huge Shazam
Wait.
person.
Comic Boom, are you saying that it's sin?
Red Canary, that's what it is.
And why crap? No. Trust me, it's not damage control. He wouldn't do damage control. He would own it. He's the kind of guy who would own it. Own it entirely. He's a guy who kept pushing me to look at Perch a certain way, even though I would disagree with him. He would own it.
Yeah. Can we just talk about, like, if you have a problem, my email is in my About Me section. Anybody is, at any time, more than welcome to reach out to me. Yeah. So Wyatt Crab, if you want to, that's perfectly fine. But Figure Drawing would usually own it. Now, no more.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
no more. But yeah, it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, it's Doc Shatner, right? I'll probably read it after all 4 issues are done. Who is this?
I don't know.
The guy with the something killing the children mask?
Yes, that's what it looks like, right?
Yeah.
That might be Roy. I think that's Roy.
Roy would be red, though, wouldn't
it?
It's the cap. It's the hat.
But, it doesn't make sense why that would be... whatever.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Maybe Tim?
Nah.
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Where'd Power Girl's boobs go? I'm not being sexist. I'm just curious.
No, you're 100% correct. It's like, yeah, it clearly...
But again, where's Ivy's boobs? Seems like it's the artist's style, I think.
Well, now here's the problem. I will say this. If you're doing your own store exclusive cover or whatever, and you do draw women with, cleavage like that, they will heavily censor it. They'll push it back. Hey, make it smaller. Make it smaller. Make it smaller.
Hey, Comic Boom, I would argue, I think Tim Sheridan's stuff with Shazam was decent, and he was still playing off of what was done in Future State. It wasn't the greatest, but it was the best thing in his entire Teen Titans run.
It wasn't as bad, but it wasn't great. Like, it was, the only reason I liked it is because it tied into
Future State with Black
Future State. Yeah, that was it. But I like the way John looks. I like the idea of I like the way they look. Is this supposed to be Spectre?
Mercy stuff. She's got a weird monster arm.
All right. And we got cleavage. We got cleavage, guys. We got cleavage.
Yeah, look, how about that? Thank heaven for small favors.
I think we're supposed to have some of these mysterious figures. And there she is again. Wait, no, that's Jade.
No, that's Power Girl.
Oh, that's Power Girl. Oh, it is.
Okay, more cleavage. I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. What do you guys think about the twins coming back to Earth with Clark?
I think it's just it's telling us, hey, we're never going back to John being a kid. This is their chance to be parents again. Yes, we screwed up. This is our chance for them to be parents.
We are going to, because I just seen about Beast Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen the season 4 teaser?
No, I have not.
No, and speaking of Beast Boy, you want to talk about a huge problem that they got to fix, because if you remember at the end of Teen Titans Academy, he's merged with Cyborg, and they're saying
they it fast.
Yeah, and like I think in Dark Crisis, does that even count still? Does that never happen? I don't know.
I have no idea, because it seems like it's just thrown away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, of course it was thrown away because he had to wrap it up fast. He had stories he was going to do, and then whoop.
I mean, I'm not a huge... Okay, Hans is here. I already said I would make a community post, Hans, and I addressed it. You've never, like I said, you've never been anything but cordial to me. There's no harassment going on. I don't know who's going around saying this, but I'll make it right. All right,
This could be the other guy for all we know.
yeah, you guys want to? We're gonna check it out whether you like it or not. I just thought I'd let you know.
Hooded's asking about Mario. We'll get to that after this.
Oh yeah, and we got Velma too. Everyone excited?
And Wednesday.
So to be honest with you, I like legit. I was so busy. There were some things I didn't see. I have not seen the Mario trailer, and I have not.
The Velma stuff. Can I tell you something that's been exploding even now about it?
What about Velma?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Let's watch Titans, and then we'll go to Velma.
Titans first, then we'll do Velma.
I really, for what it was worth, I will say the first 2 seasons of this was good. It was for a multiversal project. It wasn't bad. Season 3, I just couldn't take. Like it was trash on top of trash, and I felt bad because I had Brian, what's his name? Brian Edward Hill on here, and he was one of the writers, and he even was telling me it was, they were having this person write this one, and then another person write the second episode, so it was like,
it was such a show. That's why he's taken over as the showrunner, so it's no different than his Star Trek work.
Yeah, and I like Brian Edward Hill. He's a chill guy. He's cool as fuck to talk to, but I was like,
not gonna bite the hand.
Yeah, I wasn't mean to him at all. Okay, let's check this out. That's all we got. Wait.
It's a teaser.
There should have been people around the pit chanting, to bring him back. That's one thing they were missing. I think just people.
We could hear something, but yeah, you're right. But still, I mean, I'm down to check it out. At least I'll give it a chance. Hopefully, it was better than 3. Like 3 was. Oh yeah, we got to check out. Did you guys see? Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm gonna say the name wrong. Kyronix reminded me. Did you guys see the new Beast Boy outfit?
No.
It looks so good. Like Beast Boy has been thrown to the side when it comes to the Titan show, right? And it is about damn time that he gets some respect. Let me bring it up here.
Oh, I see it. Oh, it's very much like his original Wolfman Perez outfit.
Oh, there it is. Holy crap. Wow.
I'm fixing it, I promise.
That is good.
That actually is really nice. Does it have a full? That looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe this season will be like that was the concept. He deserves some respect in the show. I'm glad to see him get it. That's awesome. That looks great. Wow.
So, can we get to Velma now?
Yeah. So tell us what you were going to say about Velma now.
Well, first of all, before Velma, the character designs and the teaser trailer came out, before that, we had the clip that, Velma's going to be interested in a girl in the new movie, the Trick or Treat movie, which really, why does this girl have major bitch face? I'm sorry. But, so they're playing up about her either being lesbian or bi, at least. Of course, everyone's saying, "Ooh, lesbian!" And the dumbest thing I've ever seen is people are saying, and she's always been a lesbian. Anytime she was ever done with a guy, not counting Mystery Inc., because the creator said she was in the closet. Any other time was the creator's intentionally queer erasure and straight washing.
Why are people so serious about this?
Because many of these people saying this are not actual fans. These are people who are in this just for they're catering to them. They never truly cared about the characters. They're just caring about their pronouns and all that.
I always took it that there was a hint or tease that she was, and I go back to the Venture Brothers.
I just say bye because it fits.
I was gonna say Venture Brothers season 2 when they do like when the brothers that just died, they're being brought back to life. They make fun of Scooby-Doo in an episode where like
they brought in their XPs.
Yes, and what's her name? She's like she looks like a a weird lesbian hippie smoking, and like she's hitting on Daphne. It's hysterical. It's perfect, because it's just kind of one of those subtle things that they picked up on.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was, it's like, sure, why not?
Well, for this one here, we're gonna have Mindy Kaling, and basically she has been up for. Let's just watch the trailer first.
Okay, yeah, because
Another changing the race.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. She's basically it's a self-insert.
Oh.
Yep. I like how the news here says serial killer on the loose loves killing girls. Obviously, what the fuck? But I know there's been backlash. Look at this.
I got the character stuff. I got the character designs.
Now the problem let's get the race, the sex.
Share your screen,
let's skip. Put all that to the side. Put all of that to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Wait until you see this first, Drew. Wait until you see this first. Oh, you can't see him very well. Yep, there we go.
They changed everyone.
Except for Fred. But Fred is, here's what they said about Fred. He's 16, but his big secret is he still hasn't hit puberty yet. He only can see people who are hot, and he has such daddy issues it would make, and this is a quote from the show creators, that would make Eric Trump go, whoa.
Oh my God, stop it.
That's what they said.
Let's put all of the sex, the race, put all that to the side. Put all that to the side. Let's go back to the trailer. Think about these jokes, these tones about serial killers, whatever. This is crap that was done in the movies, the Scream films over 30 years ago. 30 years ago. There's nothing new here. There's nothing original about this.
Also, no Scooby-Doo. Scooby's not in this at all.
Why am I watching? I don't. Why would I want to watch this?
Seriously, when they first showed the trailer and they showed the characters designs, good Lord, were there people going, people celebrating, saying like, "We just stole and stole Shaggy, woohoo!" Things like that. But then once it was announced that Scooby's not even part of the show, and you had Mindy Kaling basically saying, "Oh, it's basically me." They changed Velma to be me. Things like that.
Goodness.
That's then when and they're saying stuff like, "Oh, Daphne's always been a sex symbol and about sex and nothing. Wearing purple. That's all she's ever been about." You're starting to have some of the new fans now starting. Some are still speaking badly, but they're not as vitriolic now because they've had the wind knocked right out of their sails because they're like, "Wait, no Scooby."
Name's Norville.
No, that's always been his real name. Shaggy was. Always
I didn't know that.
They're resetting jokes and themes that were done 25, 30 years ago. It's like, you guys are not creative in the least here.
No, there's
nothing. No.
Mindy Kaling even said that, believe it or not, she put it this way, and you would think it would be the opposite. She claims you're actually able to get away with a lot if you use an established IP than a new IP.
Really?
So in other words, she pretty much admits, we don't care. We do not care about this. We're just doing it because I want to do my own show, and it was just much easier to get it through with this.
How are they going to have Scooby snacks? I always thought Scooby snacks, like, looking back, were those edibles? Like, come on, were they?
Watch Venture Brothers season 2, the episode with the and like he wants a Scooby snack. There was actually drugs, for
that's an old joke. That's an old joke.
Yes, it's great. That was true. That was hysterical. And
yes,
Shaggy's hallucinating seeing Scooby talk to him. You are the master. And he's like David Berkowitz. His dog is talking to him. He's going nuts. He's like, get out of my head, man! You won't stop talking to me. It's hysterical. Those are jokes.
This does not look good. Diversity Fields, thank you so much. My God, this looks awful. I think the internet agrees.
Most of the internet
does not look good.
It's the new fans that are the celebrating ones, but again, they're not actually. From what I've noticed, these are the type of people who will bully you for not liking it. And if
I don't like that.
And if you call them out saying these were the guys who bully us for liking it, and now they're bullying us because they took it from us, and they're saying, I've seen them. I've seen these tweets saying, "Oh, shut up. You were bullied because you were a loser, probably. You were bullied because of this and that." It's like, "Oh, the show is mature, not the baby show." When you were like, "This is mature." Really?
Oh, thank you so much, Diversity Fields, by the way. That just, I don't know. I'm not a big Scooby fan, so I don't have a strong opinion, right? Like, because I wasn't going to watch it anyway. But
but here's the big. Sorry, I forgot.
go
There's
ahead.
one other thing. Turns out though, but the biggest backlash they got was now. Remember, we just had the whole Velma's now a bi or a lesbian before
Right.
this. Now it's been revealed that Velma in this show has a crush on Fred. Oh, they're already undoing it all. It's like 2 different shows, people, 2 different productions.
So they're
But
making 2 shows at once?
well, you're having a movie because they always are making at least 1 movie a year, and then you have this show. The movie's the one. I gotta find that bit so you can see Velma, the girl she's crushing on. Seriously, major bitch face.
Goodness. Well, I'm so glad I'm not a Scooby-Doo fan. Like, I really am, just because I don't have a lot invested here, so I don't care. But
I remember it was a silly cartoon. It was a fun, silly cartoon.
Yeah.
But the fact I remember that as a kid. But I'm going to say it again. It's brought up twice earlier. Watch the Venture Brothers season 2 episode with the Mystery Machine, the gang. You'll get the joke. They clearly they took the concept of it and made fun. Took those things that were just subtle hints and exasperated them. It is hysterical. Yeah, if you can find that, we gotta find the stuff to play because it is true. Now that is true comedy what they did in Venture Brothers.
So this is separate, right? This is the movie.
This is separate. This is the Trick or Treat movie. Nothing tied to Velma. In fact, you'll see once you see Velma.
And as promised, here are your Scooby snacks.
Aww.
Yeah, but see, though, the girl has major bitch face.
Yeah, but like it's just a cutesy little thing. I don't see an issue. I see no issue with that. I hate the designs more. Like for the other one. Like
Oh yeah,
the designs just are lackluster. If you're trying to reinvent something, then reinvent it and make people interested. Not annoyed that you said the internet hates change. I get it. I'm a creature of habit. I'm not good with change sometimes, but I don't think that's everybody as a whole. Like, I just don't.
But this is a case where you have all these people who are just being this way about it, and it's like, what the hell? But like I said, though, but now they're backlashing because they're saying, oh, Velma in the new series is not going to be a lesbian, even she's supposed to be a lesbian. Wrong production again. It's like, wow.
People get so mad so easy. Goodness gracious, people. Calm down. Seen Hooded Justice earlier asking about Mario trailer. Are you guys Mario fans?
I am, and I will say this before we go into it. Love Bowser's voice. Chris Pratt, we need more lines from him before I make a judgment.
Have you seen this, Drew?
No, I haven't. No, this is the first.
Oh, you're going to love this. Oh, before we do Super Chat.
Jaden Whedon, thank you so much. They could have given the Hex Girls a show.
Agreed. The Hex Girls are side characters. They're a music band, a rock band. I'll send you a clip for them, and you should check it out afterwards.
Awesome. Yeah, I Chris Pratt's voice, I don't know yet. We'll have to see.
But yeah.
Oh, that looks so good.
I cannot wait to see that. Wow, that actually does. That looks like a lot of fun. Cannot wait to see
it. It does.
Wait, that's Jack Black on Bowser?
Yes.
Jack Black is Bowser? Wow.
Yeah, the only time I could recognize it was when who's going to stop me?
Yeah. In his face, if you look at his face, how he was talking, it kind of looked like Jack Black's face a little bit when he gets to that grin. It's like that. It kind of looked like him a little bit. Let me say that. Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
I say so. Chris Pratt. It seems like they're going more for the Brooklyn-like voice. I wouldn't say that. No, I agree. I disagree, Black Phoenix. There is a slight hint. Gary did another super chat earlier.
That's what I was just getting. Gary, thank you so much. Watch-alongs are you show no sound or footage. See, I want to know how to do it because the EFAP channel shows a lot of it, and I'm like, how do they get away with it? Just talking to you about the movie as you watch it. You don't cut the video down, you tell everyone to that sounds like it would be kind of freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because so one of my friends is Jeff from World Class Bullshitters. We would do I was on there once. We did Return of the Living Dead. So he just had up an image. We're talking about things behind the scenes as we had the playtime going along at the clock, so you knew where we were in the film. so people could.
Oh, that's
follow along.
cool.
Yeah.
That actually sounds pretty awesome. Maybe we'll do something like a Halloween one. That would be fun.
Absolutely.
Gary, thank you so much. Watch Chris Pratt do an Essex voice. He can do voices, so I think his boss chose his voice to get him to redo the lines. I don't know how I feel. Like, how do you guys feel about his regular voice? It feels like it was very
It does
normal.
not bother me, and it does not bother me in the least.
because
I detected it. I got a little bit of the hint of the
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
There's a bit there, but we haven't heard enough really. But then again, it's not that big of a deal because it looks amazing. It looks fun.
Oh yeah, and I think they're going more for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, the Captain Lou Albano voice.
Sold.
I think.
I remember that. Sold. Loved it.
I think that animation looks so crisp, and it looks like that. Once I hear that like Mario theme, you get all excited.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Saggy, email me. I have no idea what is going on. So email me, please, please, please. Let me know what's going on. I'm sorry, but good morning.
But Charles Marset, the guy who voices Mario, let's be honest about one thing. Even if they did have him do it, they wouldn't have had him do the exact same traditional voice. Let's be honest. They probably, if they got Charles to have done it, there's no way you could do a whole movie with that voice. And the way it was, you'd have to tweak it both to make it more tolerable and so it doesn't blow out his voice doing it for the whole movie.
And not just that too, but very much. This is a big. I mean, I can't imagine. I'm wondering what the budget was for this, but you need stars for this. You need this. That's names, and
Now you can still tell Miyamoto has his hands all over this. He's not directing it, but he is definitely making sure, like, you're doing this right. No fart jokes. No fart jokes. Because this is Illumination we're talking about here. Everyone was expecting it to be just like Minions 2.0.
I'm glad it is.
It looks
I'm so glad
great.
it's not. I was dreading that, but yeah, I'm digging this tone. I really love this.
I wasn't expecting to like it so much. I'm not gonna lie. Is it? You know what I miss about the COVID is when they did like streaming and in the theaters. Because I'm like, I don't want to go see Mario in theaters. I'll wait for streaming, but it does look good. I don't know. I kind of dig it. What do you guys? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I plan on seeing it in theater. I'll say this now. After watching that, I plan on seeing it in theaters.
Are you going to go see Black Adam?
Yes, I already got my tickets. Yeah, Kyle, me. Actually, we got 2 extra tickets. So Tristan, if you're in town in Indianapolis, you can come see it with us.
I want to go. I don't have my tickets yet.
Well, if you're in Indianapolis, it's a dine-in theater, Flicks Brewhouse. You can join Kyle and I.
Didn't you say there was Wednesday? I'm trying to look.
We got tickets for Thursday night if you want to join us. I'll say that.
I'm trying to look. There was a clip from I'll just tell about it because it's hard to find. There was a clip about The Rock saying that, basically confirming that Superman was back.
Black Adam is the most powerful man on Earth, but there's also the most powerful man in the universe who's been sidelined for too long. That's the clip. I mean, I don't know where. Let me look for that. Hold on.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Go ahead and find it.
So while you're doing that, I'll
found it. Hold on, I'm just.
When I was with Tiago de Silva at the Comic Mint booth, we were talking about Black Adam because he's done some Black Adam work, and we both love Black Adam, and we were talking about it for like an hour, the character. And I told him I can't wait to see the film. He can't wait either. And we told him it's like he's not a superhero, and if he's portrayed as a superhero in this, I'm going to be disappointed because that's not him. And I really truly hope this film, something like along the lines, ends with him at a stalemate with the JSA, where the JSA is forced to leave Kandak, and they're to tell him, it's like, he's like, this is my land, you're out. I don't come to your land, you don't come to my land. This is where we're at. And it's just something like that along those lines. And I'm hoping it's really good. I hope they get the character right.
All right, I almost found.
Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with it,
I got the clip. I just had to find the right time frame. There we go.
Tristan still here?
Tris?
Hello?
Where'd you go? Tristan!
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'll be right back. Oh, just you and me right now. So
Okay.
while we're waiting, can I ask, what is your problem with Dark Crisis? Because I've been enjoying it.
To me, it's been boring. I have not had nothing has really. There's nothing been eventful about it that's really made me exciting. It's just been a bunch of talking around, standing. We should do something. Yes, I should. I agree. We should do something. Yes, I also agree.
I completely disagree, but then again, this is because I am looking at it as what it is, an accumulation of stuff that's been building up throughout Infinite Frontier, and I've always been a big fan of these crisis events. So seeing some stuff play out as it has been, just by seeing it play out in general, I have been enjoying. And just some of the ideas and all that, like what Pariah's doing, him bringing back the Infinite Earth, and Superman. Come on, you got Superman with absorbing the crisis energies. How is that not exciting?
It does nothing for me. I'm sorry. I've read all the other Crisis events. I was going back through Infinite Crisis, and I had so much fun going back through those pages. Every issue was so action packed and eventful. Things were happening. It just doesn't like.
I think here's the problem. Infinite Crisis had a lot more buildup that was going to branch around to the other books. Dark Crisis, unfortunately, is being so squashed into its one event with only 2 tie-ins, Flash and eventually I Am Batman, plus the one-shots and a few one-shots and all that stuff. I think that's why. I think it's too crammed. It's not given that chance to breathe like Death Metal or Infinite Crisis. I think that's the problem. It's a event that's not having all the actions being played out everywhere else.
Yeah, we should be seeing a lot of those actions. We're not, and the JSA showed up. JSA they haven't done jack. They just showed up.
They just showed up, and we haven't gotten to that point yet. And we only have a few more issues left. So again, I think this was, like I said, an event written to have more tie-ins than it's gotten. I think that's the issue here. And I think that's why it's been reworked constantly, because I have a feeling this was meant to be a bigger event and then got pared down.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I go back to Heroes in Crisis. For all the faults it had a lot of faults. It had a lot of problems. A lot more bad than good. A lot more bad than good. But at least with that, I will say I got more of a reaction out of things that happened in that book, regardless if they were good or bad. Whereas with this, I'm like, I get no reactions out of besides just tugging my shirt. Like, well, something just happened. Will someone punch somebody, please? But it seems like
there's plenty of action in it, though. That's the thing.
But with the villains, with the villains you do, which is odd in itself. But it's weird that I see Black Adam as the voice of reason in this comic book, and I don't think that's intentional. And
right, I don't think so. Especially when I had to say, why did he call Dr. Light young? Mm-hmm. She's not that young.
Not that young. No, I thought she was like in her 40s. I thought she was like late 30s, 40s.
Yeah, yes, and she has 2 kids.
Yeah.
So why the hell would Black Adam call her young?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, then again, almost everyone's young compared to him. But
I will say though, what did you think about the Deadly Green one shot? I will say I like the stuff with Constantine talking to the darkness.
Yeah, well, like once again, I thought it was a boring issue. It was just a very long, boring issue. It just there
wasn't that much good about it with the rest of the stuff, but I did think the stuff was, again, with Constantine talking to the darkness, it actually put a lot more context in the things. Where basically it's like, you need me. You can't just exist without me.
And I'll say this: what they wanted to get across in that issue, they could have done in much fewer pages. It was very much. This
is definitely Rom V.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I gotta wrap up. I apologize.
Okay.
But thank you guys all for coming. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Drew, and thank you everyone in the chat. And we will see you next time.